All right, so open houses are back, and I have 7 tips for you to take your open house to the next level because you're doing them to get leads, right? So you want to make sure that you maximize your time and get the most amount of leads. So there's 7 steps. The first one is once you decide that you want to use open houses as a way to generate leads, you need to be prepared to do between 3 and 4 every week. So oftentimes this is a Sunday, maybe you go from 12 to 1:30 and then 2:30 to 4, and you do maybe 2 on Saturday as well, or do 1 on Saturday and 1 on Wednesday. Anyway, be prepared to do all of these steps do them 3 to 4 times a week. And if you do that for the 90 days, you will definitely have more leads than you can imagine. So that's step 1. Commit to doing open houses and commit to doing them correctly. So step 2 is once you know when your open house is, about 3 to 4 days before the open house, put up a sign rider. And the rider goes on the top of the sign and it says when the open house is. So Sunday, 12 to 1:30 or whatever it is. So if you currently don't have any, you also may not have any listings, check with the agent that you're holding the open house for, and they probably have some riders. So then third is you'll want to post a video on all of your social media and on the agent that you're holding the open house for. You'll want to post it on their social media as well. So what I would recommend doing is scheduling a showing, because you want to walk through the property, and you may be able to just walk through it with the agent as well and record a little bit about the property, tell the story of it, share with people some cool, maybe it's got a really cool kitchen, or maybe it's got a great backyard or something like that. Just a couple little snippets about the property to draw people in. It's going to be a lot more useful than a video is better with the algorithms than just a static picture of the open house. So, and then let's see, tip number 4 is on the day of, you want to put up at least 10 directionals. More if you can, but like a minimum 10. So the directionals will go depending on where the property is. You'll want to take it from like one of the main roads and do directionals all the way into the neighborhood. I mean, honestly, if you can get about 25 signs, you'll have a lot more people. So you can put that up the day of. I wouldn't put it out before then, because a lot of times they'll get taken or stolen. So you want to do at least 10 of those. And then on your sign at the house, you'll want to do some balloons or like a bigger flyer or something else. Maybe if you don't have that, maybe like a couple of more directionals just pointing to the house that you're there. Now, a tip about if you are going to do like 3 to 4 a week, try to think about, okay, let's say you have one that is like a $300,000 house or a $350,000 house. Can you hold an open house where the $300,000 house will be moving to, and where the buyers for the $350,000 house? So maybe you hold one at like a 200 or 250,000, and you hold one at like a $500,000 or something like that. And those 3, when you do that in the week, that'll make your prospecting and your leads just like a lot. It'll just be a lot more, it'll maximize those leads for you. So then step 5, I think we're on. 5 and 6 kind of go together. So once you identify the open houses, and let's say you have one that's 250, you have one that's 350, one that's a $500,000, you want to think about, you want to flyer those neighborhoods. So I wouldn't choose an open house where there's no neighbors. I would choose one where the neighbors are like kind of close. So you want to get out at least 100 flyers about the property. Now, pro tip, do not put them in the mailbox. Apparently it's a federal offense, I'm pretty sure. Anyway, we got in trouble with the postmaster, so definitely don't do that. So you'll want to carry, I did a video about door knocking, but you'll want to carry some Band-Aids, rubber bands with you so that you can stick it to the door. But the point is of the flyering is to get into conversation with people. So when you're choosing where to flyer, 1, decide, like, do the neighborhood that it's in. Because a lot of people, they know others that want to move into the neighborhood. And if you need help with scripting, give me a call. I can help you with that, or I can send you the scripts. And then think about, where do the buyers live now, and go to that neighborhood. So most people will only they'll move within 2 miles of where they currently are at. So maybe if you have a first-time home buyer neighborhood, then you'll want to look for an apartment building that is about 2 miles away, something like that. Okay, so those are step 5 and 6. You want to call and you want to flyer those people. And I know some of you may say, well, is that overkill to call and flyer them? And it's not, because some people will get the flyers, some people won't, some people prefer calls, some people won't, and you're trying to get in touch with the people. The point is to have a verbal conversation. Now, the final step is step 7, and what you want to do is look at everything else that's available in the area and see if those agents are willing to do an open house at the same time, because it's going to be a lot better when they are also marketing for their open house too. So I hope that helps. I want you to get leads from open houses, but like any lead source, and we talked about this in our Real Estate Fight Club podcast, any lead source, you have to know what it's going to take to use that lead source well and maximize its potential to get you leads. Otherwise, it's not worth doing. So really think long and hard if open houses are right for you. Sometimes they are, sometimes they aren't. They're a great source of leads when you do them correctly. And if you want these steps written down, you can go to jennifermertland.com/vault, and there's a folder there called open houses, or you can give me a call at 513-400-1691. All right, talk to you later.